You are watching Liberty Online TV.
This is Liberty Online TV powered by Orange Sierra Leone. Orange.
Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
One program where they ask the hard question them and seamless will bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers, the voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue, one-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics. Let me talk about people.
Building tomorrow today with Rightmove. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Rightmove Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Rightmove, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Rightmove Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.
TV with a stream na Facebook, YouTube, and also now we website where they powered by Orange Sierra Leone. We will bring this edition of the breakfast show come to you this Thursday morning. My name na Khadija Bangura.
And me na Mabel Kaba. Good morning. Today na Thursday, the 18th day of December 2025. And inside this edition of the breakfast show today, we dey look at the issue we get for do with the full ban where the US proclamation don't show say US don't put on salon we go be effective from January 2026. If you can remember, mid this 2025, the United States of America be also get a proclamation where been show say a partial ban been there on certain categories of visa for Sierra Leonean citizens them. Well, from that same day to now, on the 16th of December, them put them to a full-blown ban on Sierra Leone. What in this mean for Sierra Leone citizens them? Waiting at the implications them where this gets, so the bilateral relationship between Salon and the United States. Where they can discuss all of the issues here because we all know say from where this talk come out now, a lot of concerns don't come from Sierra Leonean citizens, both home and abroad, regarding what the government of Sierra Leone they do for ensure so they look into this issue where they between Salon and the United States currently. We see the government of Salon through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs the issue a release who side and say then committed for ensure say then do all waiting it takes for looking to this particular issue right now. But a lot of other citizens and they again we get waiting and things they need for be done because from the partial ban people been feel say Salon government for don't play their own parts like other countries them way we have been in that same list with we been able for come out of that partial ban. But unfortunately we country Sierra Leone not be able for come out of the partial ban. We deal with several other countries them again we don't go to the full ban where the United States still the stress say things and they way Salon governments need for do for let we go come out of this list. We can look at all of the implications and they people they can't talk waiting and things they need for be done. Now the path of the Sierra Leone government for let as a country we go come out of this list from the United States. We don't say January 2026 a full ban will be placed on citizens them of Sierra Leone regarding the entry to the United States.
All right, many people don't they see this as very difficult time for Sierra Leone people, especially the one them where they in the United States now, where na Sierra Leone people go there for seek asylum, they don't put them paper them through the immigration department. As we understand say all of that go be quite challenging now, and even Sierra Leonean them we get visa with the time almost they elapse now. It will be tough for them for let them go get entry into the United States. As on all be know, we will host the former US ambassador Brian Hunt we been talk say if the Sierra Leone government through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs do waiting they supposed for do for take back then citizens them where them believe say don't overstay now the United States, then go get back diplomatic talks and see how they go reverse this ban by this December. But that's not happen, so automatically the US State Department will pull another proclamation where don't put Salon now the category with other 19 countries them where they don't ban the citizens not forget visa for enter the United States. Well, this is a very challenging time. We don't they different people and don't they give their opinion, their own perspective. So today we get different people now this edition of the breakfast show for can't tell we waiting this mean in as much as they get people the way they get them where they give their own opinion. One look at the legal perspective as well. We can talk to a lawyer we get experience in foreign policy as during in term where he be work na State House through the office of the president. He be oversee the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and then tending they serve during the term of President Koma, former President Koma. This same issue be happen. Waiting at the thing then we then be do from a legal point you can know inside this edition of the breakfast show. And if you serve na a Sierra Leonean citizen where this don't affect, you watch the show, kindly reach out to Liberty TV as one for everybody opinion on how then things they happen right now in the United States, as different information they out there, but they challenge them where Salone people and currently they get right now in the United States, especially the one they were not able for regularize their status yet, and self the one they were there about for regularize their status, then they get serious challenge. Well, we start the conversation now. As I tell una, we can talk to a lawyer where himself get some experience where he campaign foreign policy, the tender way he be the work in a state house under the former president, he be the oversee, and he be the work closely with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And on the phone we get Ibrahim Bellows Bangura. Good morning, Bellows.
Morning, Khadija. Morning, listeners.
How are you?
Very good, thank you.
All right, welcome to the breakfast show.
Thank you for having me.
All right, we get information yesterday from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, who said them been pull a press release and try for explain to citizens, try for tell them say then get continuous engagement with the U.S. State Department for see how then go get diplomatic talk them if there is a way for reverse some of this proclamation. But before we can go there, let we go back, because based on research, it shows say inside 2017, this same issue be happened between the U.S. government and that of the Sierra Leone government. What be the bilateral or diplomatic talk them where the governments by then being get, where they be able to resolve the issues there?
Okay, so I'm very happy we don't highlight, this issue go back many, many years. So important for lay people to understand, say, this not something will just happen overnight. For lay we reach now, no matter how anybody try for spin them, for low do reach now, it show you say, now rondong deteriorate till we get to this place where now we they under a full ban. The US government always very clear and transparent about the things them where then countries are within they impose then things that are on need for do. So there's a lot of diplomatic engagement, but only on one side of them. The major issue where we do on a full ban. So essentially what it means as far as American immigration is concerned, now that Sierra Leone now considered as a high risk for American immigration. It means say, there are concerns about people then where they go visitor visa, they not come back. Or people there where they go for go study, they not come back. When you take that percentage there, I don't see conversation where people then they say, oh, we're not to the highest. But if you take the visitor visa, you take student visa, between the all two where you add them, that's about 52% of our people. 52% and 50. Now 52, it means say more people they go fashion than the one then where they go and come back. So a lot of diplomatic engagements need for happen, but also systems that need for be strengthened. One of the things that will not happen over the years, where it's just very unfortunate that they not enough for prevent we forget for this situation. Now this whole civic registration, because at the end of the day, now the able verify person, all man at this country, well I assume all man at this country suppose forget a national is this an identification number, a NIN. That means they like a million so we put another system. No other two Ibrahim Yusuf Bangura not in that system. They once you don't enter meaning. And that makes it easy for verify people their identity. So now one of the things that and they will be rolled out for ensure say, as we continue the dialogue with the put systems there in place so that the American government will get confidence in how we will process them they happen now for verify people identity, for how they get passports, for how people and they get birth certificates, how people they get that death certificate, how people and they get marriage certificates, say all marriage certificates where they come on higher, legitimate and things like that.
All right, Ibrahim, let we go back to the major arguments, if you don't follow the conversation. Now that the US, they talk, say, Salone, no, they do proper screening on the citizens them, and also they not agree for accept deportee them. Under international law, since you get background in law as well, Sierra Leone gets the obligation for accept every deportee.
So essentially what it is, that mutual understanding, the law understands as a citizen of Sierra Leone. I don't go outright to say you belong to the country, but now you come out. If you go commit crime. So now I make a person they commit crime, no look at the crime aspect first. If a Sierra Leonean commits crime yonder, yes, if you don't serve time and all, then they deport you, then face you come back now your country. If you are a national of your country cannot refuse to accept you. So now put on that way. As a Sierra Leonean, when you go somewhere, you go cause problem, you get salon passport. All other country can say this person will not want an our country because not will get her. But the country where you belong to, then they're not able to deny you. You good oh, then they celebrate you. You bad oh, then therefore accept you. I think beside the challenge on the conversation usually don't stem around. And I think many years ago, I don't know if you go recall Khadija, I think Umar Ufofana been spotlight that issue day. Where two people then deport them, then kaya, then get salon passport on a salon passport, then take enter. But at the end of the day, where they reach them, not to be Sierra Leoneans them. They mean this CID for a long time. I think people then be raised money for them. They mean they na some hotel at some point. I don't know eventually what happened to them. But that has always been part of the conversation with government. They say some of them people there, not to Sierra Leoneans, how we go take them. But the question then becomes, well, how them people there get access to salon passport and enter the US with salon passport? Because they're not they take Ghanaian and they want for send and can salon. They're not they take Ivory and say you go send you salon. You document within the system. Now that country they in the contact. So you get people then when we embassy there and I go check now, certain surname, certain this, then do their own checks, then they notice say, this not to salon person. So there's a bigger conversation around with passports.
So in this case, also you think say the salon government done the miss, because earlier when you talk, you make mention of systems and structures where you say need for work. For all we know right now, we were there na salon. You forget your national identity number. If you want to go get transactions na banks, for example, you SIM card, you get for register, where you get for use that your national identity number there, where they do registration. Most citizens currently know say the NIN na paramount thing where you need for do certain transactions na the country. But also we still the miss them, we make at this stage. We don't come out from partial ban and go to the permanent ban where they take effect January 2026. Is it the Ministry of Foreign Affairs not a due diligence to the people where in terms of documentation can left the country go and not come back?
So now highlights and points out say as much as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs now gets the core responsibility for managing relationships between two countries, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs not the issue document to anybody. Yes, the minister a few days ago, I think he highlights somebody, a government official, we go and not end up they come back. So the Ministry of Foreign Affairs really, their own parts limited to something. Then people there with them they do not verbal for something, then get a visa now, diplomatic visa or something, or then get diplomatic passports, then go, then not come again. This Mabel is it's a systemic problem. It's a whole problem. Essentially, what's in America governments don't tell you is that salon will not believe on a paper there, on a documents there, all will not believe them. All on a documents them. And, if you put this into perspective, not to just limited on this travel business no more. We don't see many, many years ago, where Sierra Leoneans and they come on here with their degree for go study. Sometimes you get for go take entrance exam first, or in the question your degree, or you get for send out for verification, because over the years, people don't aware say Salonian that quick, they don't make documents for person. And as salon people then will get for tell yourself too. We no say na man and they will get back certificates where how they get some nine that. We no say people and they will pull paper. Me self we sit on recently I just saw say on the media with somebody they fetch for thief me identity for do recommendation for people there for go Turkey. So it's a systemic problem. It's a problem with our institutions. It's a problem with our vetting systems for able who say everybody we claim saying as Sierra Leonean are actually Sierra Leonean and not get criminal record. We all know we want police clearance. You they go, then thumbprint you, this and that, then do some, background check, then give police clearance. But is that process exhaustive? The other day, I think on this passport issue specifically concerned me, the head of immigration, the day on a sister network, Truth Media, where they talk about it's difficult for verify people them identity in Sierra Leone because we not get that process there. So in essence, what they say, me and you will get passport to say we are Sierra Leonean. How anybody they able actually verify say we are Sierra Leonean? Have a birth certificate. But if birth certificate they able go to the no more, you talk to somebody, they don't make documents for you, then and they don't give you new birth certificates, then that is a problem. So I want to understand that there are so many issues them around this that yes, I think it is a bit unfair for just say foreign affairs. Now then get the relationship, but not to foreign affairs they give me passport. Not to foreign affairs they give me ID card. Not to foreign affairs they give me birth certificates. Not to foreign affairs they give me married paper.
But Ibrahim, what's your opinion regarding the recent discussion where I see on the go around regarding this issue? Say over the years, Sierra Leone as a nation, we not don't take serious the issue we get for do it. Hiring a lobbyist where for the work between Salone and the United States when it comes to issues like this. What's your opinion regarding that?
So forget a lobby is fine, but standing not they solve the core problem. So when you get a lobby, so they go, you lobby, continue for engage, then they only make sure say doors then open between the two countries then for talk. The main issues again for come back to we own institutions. That until we get to a place where we document the way they come on I say from birth certificates, from marriage certificates, from we passports, everything is not questionable, they not get doubt about and they should say then one they are when they issue to this now the actual facts now in the day. I mean as I say as Sierra Leoneans we go for tell yourself too. We not say some man in this country we get 3-4 age. Okay, laugh bottom. It's these things we laugh about as Sierra Leoneans when they come back for country. Yeah, this nice civil service age. No accusations to civil servants, by the way. Or this night football age. Boy, they see some person, don't make new birth certificates. They say, this now for DV. These people have known these things over the years. It don't get to that point now where they don't sit down and say, something, until and unless una ensure say una systems then. So this is one part of the conversation. Una systems then they at a place where una they question the credibility of any paper we come out Sierra Leone. We una give person passport, we know say this na Salone person and I born and they grow up, he get right for get that passport today. No you not on day for late get that passport today. This issue not good day. So it's the issue of overstay. And for me, I want to highlight this. A lot of people they say, oh yes, the overstay. Yes, it is bad. Only people go, you go to people country, you get one type of visa, you decide say where you go, they come again. But there's a bigger conversation around that. The question there for me is why people there would rather left their own country and go to other man country and go be illegal. It's every time like what I think about three people and they do temple run. I can always say, what it mean for the person they don't say me they go challenge the die now because temple run, say and that possibility for die day. For the person at this country gets to that point where he say, me la go challenge the die. I know say if I see I beat that die day, me own life don't better.
Ibrahim,
we have to have a conversation.
Ibrahim, yes. Earlier I asked you about the question we get for do with the Salone government not agree for accept Sierra Leonean people them way the US want for deport now, and you talk about the obligation where Sierra Leone gets as a country for accept their citizens. Another issue again that the US they push for send deported them from third countries way not to Sierra Leonean, and this the Salone government don't they resist. If it reach to a point outside the Salone government and the US government get for strike a compromise under certain condition. From a legal perspective, what in the framework we suppose for guide that agreement there?
So let I just state say that arrangement there not to we go say pauper on any country for accept them. Yes, the US get a policy there. Certain countries then don't accept them. With the US, actually, they even give funding for you host them people then they, and potentially when them people then they reach your own country now, then go fend the original country, for go side and come out and transition to the country. It's essentially that situation where for the US, low get at them people there, low pull them come on our country and send them to a third country where one for take them. The challenge with that is that third country, when you accept person na your country, you get for be responsible for a more. But also, you also know the kind person within the send can give you. So, me personally, I go be a little hesitant for enter into them kind of agreements then they. But ultimately, if the government of Sierra Leone decides say they want for go down that path they, of course then get for ensure say, then people and their human rights are complied with them can not to issue of within they can't take them no more, they can lock them in prison, then get for create an enabling environment. And they can potentially learn from other countries them where they do that they. But again, Khadija, just for point out, say the US not on give them as a reason why they get issue with on the proclamation, the reason then did it. We don't come off from partial ban and we don't go to full ban. So I would focus on fixing the issues then they will and don't highlight.
All right. Last week, where this same conversation been there, where Sierra Leone and then at the diaspora be they call on the Minister of Foreign Affairs, we been get a conversation with Usai he state certain things them we make Salonde Usai Ide. So Lord just take a short clip from the Minister of Foreign Affairs about what he say on Salon people them where they go for go work, where they go attend conferences, even professionals them where they lost na the United States. Then we will come back to you. Timothy Kaba a clip shortly because we be interview him last week. He talk about a certain individual where he say he be the work na the Ministry of Labor and na very senior official. He gets a director rank. He been go attend a conference at the US. They not see again and then they look for him. So Ibrahim, if professionals them they do them kind of thing and they went at some of the things the way the US they frown at, and these things will continue for happen because looking back home, better condition not there for the citizen them, and if the environment where they call home not favorable for them, then go continue for do them kind of thing. What do you think about this particular set of people them, students, professional, even people who they go on their visiting visa, most of them know they come again?
Khadija, I think from the outset, last we didn't give tourist visa, now for go waka and come back. We didn't give students visa, now for go land book and come back. Then visa, then they then get clear purposes where they apply. If you look the fine print, you look the application form, it did it. But if you recall earlier, now this call, I tell you, say there's a conversation where we not agree get as a country. The conversation there is why person like that person with the highlight and not the defend them, it is wrong with it. It don't do 150% wrong. And of course that person they say don't contribute to the problem. But the question there is the person we employed get job na Ministry of Labor. Waiting so bad na this we country where we need for fix for the person like a dandy not see any reason for less always again and go sit down na America. That is the conversation we should be having as a country. As you say, that things don't person sit down he look he say you better not for me. So enough play DVO or enough an other way we say something, me la get a visa no more. If me get a visa, what go America? If me can pa la ben, people talk this talk jokingly. But it means say, people they're not able feel to say then they able make a better life now, and which is unfortunate. The long and short of all of this, Khadija, is that this way country will get one green country will get. If we make them better, nobody know one left now. But this country, if we not make them better, if we continue for Puella, and I always like for say if we the Sierra Leoneans continue for Puella this country, we will continue for get the issues there. I think I recall the minister, foreign minister, that interview the way they say, oh, for letting people they don't go, they don't come. I'm thinking that is one option, but as in how? So man go say me now rather they are normal, they continue they smuggle no more than a grab a go back salon, which is unfortunate because here is home. Here for sweets for all man.
Ibrahim, from your experience, how effective negotiation can usually be for let them lift this ban, and what really salon gets waiting for leverage on during them conversation they are waiting they get now, because the foreign ministry pulled a press release yesterday say then they continue for engage authority them na the US. So what is salon really get with them for leverage on as then they go into their negotiation there?
In diplomacy, Khadija, all in a negotiation. We'll get for continue for talk. So for me, as much as that press release, they potentially tell we too sabi, not give any new information. But the fact say conversation, they continue. I think that is good. The challenge there is that then conversations there don't they ongoing, who don't come out from partial, who don't go to full. As I said, and then a deterioration, or it means say the problem or worsen. In terms of waiting we get for leverage, I think there are several things. So we'll get for understanding. Like you always say, that the challenge this about Sierra Leone. We love this country and all, but sometimes in the grand scheme of things, you get for ask yourself, what in we country gets for offer. Our reality is where America, what we also, what America they lost. Not particularly much. Yes, it's a bilateral relationship where I should say the Americans and value, we say value, but we seek to benefit more from it. So whilst we for continue for engage the American businesses within for a government for able get them one and they on side, let it help them for lobby the American government because then get good ties and relationships and they do good business with Sierra Leone. We also get for ensure say this situation for remedium properly, we have to set strong systems and institutions in place for letting other able doubt with paper. Because if not so that, Khadija, as you say, imagine from 2017 where you reference, this is 2025, we still get this challenge. If we go, we negotiate and all of that, then make the ban, then reduce and small, this and that. If we do not fix our systems, we still continue to get this problem. If we not begin to improve the lives of Sierra Leoneans in this country, so that when people go, now for go work and no more, then they come back. Further down the line, we go get this problem again.
But Ibrahim, could there be more to this story where the US gives reason why them put salon on a permanent ban? Could there be more to this? Because for many people, Sierra Leoneans, as far as they're concerned, over the years, not involved to some kind major security threats issue in the United States. For let them give a reason, for example, say people don't overstay too much, they don't want to come back home, then go with visas, then we suppose for them expire and they not come. Could there be more to this where the public don't know it?
So Mabel, I show you read a parable say pa married business say that school where they talk where they make marriage scatter not for talk. That's what diplomacy turn. Diplomacy not all thing and they put on paper. So whilst me no want for speculate and I go can and begin they say, oh, maybe not this other reason, but as somebody who don't work in that field, they will get experience in that field. I know say ultimately some of maybe the more pressing things them America not go ever reduce them on paper. This is not something we then go get in closed door conversation with the government of Sierra Leone. And if then things then they exist, the government of Sierra Leone themselves go sit down and assess say for A, B, C, D reasons themselves cannot come public with them. So just for clarify, as I say, I not go make any speculation, but I just want to say in the world of diplomacy, not to all things and they put in a paper black and white.
Finally, Barrister, what will be your practical advice to governments, Now that negotiation they gone, but they also get responsibility for protect their citizens.
I think my own advice would be first and foremost, yes, continue to engage. Secondly, if citizens and they were outstanding, they will accept them. Let them come home. They are our citizens after all. Thirdly, let we look into this issue of the forgery power paper them and how people and they get access to the documents them. As I say, Mrs. F. I am a victim. Within a country, Khadija, we collect the fake paper na 2 seconds. I don't know who say we reach that place. The man and the fake results for go college, man and the fake birth certificates, man, all thing na this country. And it is bad. It has far-reaching implications. So the government also need for invest in that system. They are not saying a lot of talk done there about this NIN and some possible afford done there because the money for the ID card and everything. Maybe this is an opportunity for the government for look and say, you know something, if this conversation on the happy people enable afford this ID card, how do we try for subsidize so that every Sierra Leonean in this country will get NIN? That should be the priority and not the money where they come from. So that when they sit down, they put Khadija and NIN, they can't Khadija Bangura. When they put Mabel in, you know they miss. I think that is a first step. But until we focus on these institutions and also around the issue of we passports.
All right.
Say yes, we received some time ago. Just 1 second, Khadija. I'll just round this up. Couple of months back, I see we they talk about this thing where other countries then they get weaker with investments and they give Sierra Leone passports and all of that. If I know, but dear me, I want for big with the challenges them. We will already they get with passport business. Dear Papa government, that program they me I want put on one place first so that we able sort out with passport. That forget with passport. We're entitled to our citizen. Now I no more go get up.
All right. Many thanks, Ibrahim Yusuf Bangura. We join with this morning for Giwi your own perspective on this issue where they go on now. As we all know, the U.S. State Department's been pulled new proclamation them and Salone don't join other country them where they don't put full ban on visa restriction. We continue with this particular topic. We don't they different Sierra Leonean them where they in the United States don't they give their opinion. They try forget some of them people and this morning for join we for see how the Salone government for continue with the negotiations with the incident they get based on the press release we come out from the foreign ministry yesterday. Although not able to forget authority they meet from the foreign ministry for come to the media and talk about this issue, but to go continue for talk to ordinary people them we get concern, especially Sierra Leonean them. One of the people that we put out a piece yesterday na Dr. Alhaji K. Tarawali in a Sierra Leonean currently based in the United States. If una don't follow him, an author, one of his recent book where he pull a column African Brain Drain, we available now na Amazon and also Apple Books. Good morning, Dr. Alhaji K. Tarawali.
Good morning, Khadija, and I'm so excited, for joining our program. And I've always been a huge fan for the show. And congratulations to all you, Mabel, and the whole team. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Thank you, and congratulations to you as well. We see now you don't get a doctorate title. Well done.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All right. We don't start this conversation this morning as not on news again. The U.S. State Department been issue out a proclamation. Sierra Leone don't join other countries. We don't join the list. We don't get a full ban on visa because of certain things them way the U.S. say Salone not do right, and they don't they on this matter from June this year. The former ambassador to the US will be the host Naya. It be say if Salone agree for take back, then citizen them where they want for send. If possible, say then go get a review after 90 days. Will be supposed for be this December. So it clearly shows say they not do them right. We make the country finally join a list of countries where they don't put a ban on. Yesterday you do a piece where you say Sierra Leone must confront US travel ban with strength, not weakness. Now based on that piece, we can talk to you this morning. You talk say the US travel ban not for show weakness, but strength. How you go explain this so that the ordinary Sierra Leonean will see this ban as national embarrassment go get a different view?
All right, thank you very much, Khadija. First, before I delve into that, I go want for let people to understand the impact of this U.S. travel ban on Sierra Leone. I don't know if you can allow me to do that briefly.
Go ahead.
Because we get about 5 factors that are so important, with regards to this U.S. travel ban. And the U.S. first and foremost, when we get to the initial partial ban, the United States government, talks about 2 things. They say Sierra Leone gets high rates of immigrants overstay. That means Sierra Leonean, then just like Bangladesh, people who get Sierra Leonean passports. And I think most of the time we don't talk about this. We get a lot of non-Sierra Leonean, then we then get Sierra Leonean passports. You get Nigerians, you get Chinese, you get different people. So there has to be an effective, good regulatory measure at the immigration department. And this not only for, I think, Mr. Bangura do justice, because it only fall within the immigration department. It fall within the various agencies or sectors then who they handle issues there for do with citizenship, we get for do with passports, birth certificates and everything. So you get for be an holistic evaluation on how we documentation process to go on until they get the passport. So first, the United States government talk about high stay of overstay, and then we also talk about the unwillingness of government, for make them go receive deportees. And these are the first 2 issues them, way they highlight, But when this issue was highlighted, we've been expecting for get a proactive move, from a government for side for curtail this, And we talk about lobbies earlier on. Every embassy, foreign diplomatic embassy within the United States of America get a special unit or department within the consular, within an embassy in our lobbies department. For Sierra Leone, I don't think we have that. We don't have that. When it comes to foreign relation, when it comes to negotiation, when it comes to diplomacy, this is very technical. Most of the time, I think this has been our biggest problem in Sierra Leone. Most of the time, because of party affiliation, because of certain things, we need to look at the professionals who for handle certain things and facilitate issue. America, when it comes to diplomacy, foreign embassy, it's like a whole country, it's like a whole unit. You get different sector. Those lobbies, they get people who they work with Congress, with senators. These lobbies are very powerful. Even the Kenya embassy, they get lobbies within the units. The Ghana embassy in America, they get lobbies within the embassy. But Sierra Leone, on the contrary, we not get those structures within the embassy. So sometimes even the ambassador or the structures within the embassy, they find it so difficult for you to work proactively for you to mitigate some of the issues there. I know most of the time people they blame the foreign affairs ministry. Yeah, sometimes we forget a little blame on their aspect there, because they also for being for create a structure we go for mitigate some of the issues there. So then they also a contributing factor we neg into these issues where finally now Sierra Leone don't receive this ban. And this second aspect of the ban, when at the final ban, the US government mentioned 2 specific issues. One, they say poor screening. Then secondly, they say we fail for take back, certain,
Dr. Tawali, the U.S. talk about poor screening, and also the government fail for take back citizens them with they want for deport. Now you argue say that's not deliberate policy choice. Now that's not your own argument in your piece. How governments go justify that choice there to the international community?
On me, peaceful, right? For me, I've been on the side of the government a little bit, because sometimes when things happen, a lot of people they blame the government. I feel say the government, because in America, I don't follow them policy, how things they go on. And most of them people already they deport, when they try to send back, and I want to make this clear. So the people who they want to send us alone as part of the agreement, so they're supposed to forget not only Sierra Leonean, not only people who they get Sierra Leonean passports. These are other nationals. If people are from Cuba, people from Venezuela, they talk about hardcore criminal drug dealers. So for me, I supported the government on that angle for receive some of them deportees there. I think based on my arguments on my article, the government of Sierra Leone not for receive deportees from other national countries. Them. I think most people misconcept the idea as it's only Sierra Leonean and they're supposed to receive. So on that aspect, that's why I said, if the government will for negotiate on the part of strength, if anybody understands this American government under the leadership of President Donald Trump, most of the time then they deal with issues because Donald Trump campaign on immigration. So most of the time, he flagrantly they deal with issues for portraying strength to the American media. So they look out for an opportunity. A government fail for stand firm and go with a position also for say this is the position of us. This is what you want, and this is what also we want to give to you. Let it be a win-win situation. But if you get to be a win-win situation, you get to be also on the position of strength. This is not diplomacy. Sierra Leone is a sovereign country. We need to just go because of we desperate, because of we want to get this visa removed, then we put ourselves in a compromising situation where we will for receive everything from the United States government, Ukraine and Sinka. We see the example with Ukraine and Russia. We see the example also with Ghana and Israel recently. When you put yourself in a vulnerable position, for negotiate, it's very dangerous in diplomacy. So you always get to make sure, even though it's small, I like we not get for it. I can say, I don't forget this Creole proverb we talk about. Even if you not get for it, you get for now the folio and folio for meet people in. So on that basis, the Khadija, I support with Sierra Leone government in terms of acknowledgement or receival of deportees. If not Sierra Leoneans, then yes, but we'll not go receive. Other nationals from Cuba, from Venezuela, the list we are there. Even Liberia, one of the most criminal drug dealer from Venezuela, the one for sending to Liberia as part of the negotiation. Yeah.
Dr. Tarawali, now you say Sierra Leone for allow the US for use the airport as a dumping ground. How you sure say?
We airport.
Yes, you say Sierra Leone government for allow the US for use Salone Airport as a dumping ground. How you sure say all deportees na criminal? Innocent citizens not there among them?
No, most of them not being criminal, but also with the deal with your economic challenges. I follow the American politics religiously. And most of them deportees, they would have once sent. Most of them, they are from they are from Cuba, they are from most of these and the South American countries. Most of them. We saw on the news like 3 weeks ago, Liberia was on the part of negotiation for leader receive 2 of the most criminal drug dealers for leader send them back to Liberia. And Sierra Leone already they deal with these drug issues. So imagine we already deal with and compromising issues about drugs, about all those narcotic stuff. Then we can't create a pathway back for some of these criminals. It definitely go make an easy for make them for bridge the network. So that's why I said we not for use the airports, like a breeding ground for the United States of America. So we have to make this clear. Tell them this is the challenges we are facing currently dealing with drugs. And America right now, we see how they fight with regards to drugs, protecting their border, protecting their space. Look at the recent and potential conflict with Leone in signal with regards to Venezuela, with regards to Cuba, Colombia, the fight when they get for protect them border with regards to drugs. Sierra Leone is also having a fight on this matter. So if Sierra Leone is having a fight on this matter, then we open with space for receive all jacks and jeans for coming into our country. It will become a national security threat. That's why I said we should negotiate on the pathway of strength for tell the American government, even if we into this negotiation, this is what is happening. Yes, we will accept only citizens or people with Sierra Leonean passports. Yes, we are willing to accept those people. Yes, we are ready to improve on our screening aspect. We are ready to improve on certain. It's about negotiation, Dija.
Let's go back to your third point. Now you piece where you write. Also, you say setting bad example, we give in to the US demands. It could encourage other countries to pressure us on similar issues. You think that a country like the United States of America if they not prove beyond all reasonable doubt, say the citizens them, where they get documents for where they show say na Sierra Leonean citizens, you think say they go lie and salon say then get certain number of people where they overstay na them country, where you they ask say we not forgiving to the demands of the US?
And first and foremost, we all not dispute that fact there about say the people who then get own as Sierra Leoneans who then get the passport for them come. It's clear that the news now, possibly the news one at the watch or the things one at the scene or some of the articles from New York Times and everything is different from what people in the see back home. You know, this is no secret from the United States government. They make it clear there are certain nationalities where they're supposed to be. Look at the data with regards to the people who then grant visa, Sierra Leonean who then grant visa prior to this ban. About 3,721 Sierra Leonean, 3,731 Sierra Leonean who then grant visa. You get for do with tourists, you get for do with family, you get for do with professional or working visits. These are the people. 3,731. So meaning they only look at Sierra Leonean, but the United States government make it clear. It was made clear by the government that they want to send certain foreign nationals to different parts of Africa because they fight them when they create, they center road and create new for contain them. And the government under pressure for make them remove some of them and different foreign nationalities from America because Donald Trump set a target. Donald Trump set his target so within 12 months, he want to deport about 500,000 and illegal immigrants from America. And space not for let them contain them immigrants then
for many Sierra Leoneans them waiting at the United States currently and safe the one that waiting away be they plan for travel, then they feel like government not don't do much because if the country name be in a list of partial restriction, now they move them to a permanent ban. For them, government not don't do well for do their negotiations here for let them go bring an end to all of this. From your part, Sierra Leone government then at the right track as it is currently?
No, I partially agree. The governments haven't done much, down there I partially agree, because the governments haven't done much because in their situation they're supposed to be proactive, with regards to mitigating the current situation we found itself right now. They're supposed to be proactive for far too long. I think this is one of the reasons in my first article I write, I volunteer myself to the government of Sierra Leone. It seems as if we not get the people we passionately get the requisite skills, for facilitate some of them diplomatic, negotiations there. I'm in California and just last week Friday, I prayed with one of the Democratic congressman. He's one of the richest congressmen, and we pray and we forget a privileged conversation with regards to certain things, So in America, one of the greatest strengths for facilitate diplomatic negotiation is through lobbying. Israel, that's why Israel is so powerful in America. They get a whole lobby unit in America, like approximately all the states in America. So I think that is one of the things we're missing, and the government needs for an open hand, depoliticize the system, allow an opportunity for professional and technical people and wouldn't go for camp support. I made it clear. I said some of us willing, ready, volunteers for help the government for make we go for and come into a successful conclusion into this whole thing.
Like you say, Doc, you currently then at the United States as we talk to you. How the atmosphere sound like na the Sierra Leone community day?
It's very depreciating. I can say for me it's very, very emotional. Sierra Leonean, then they live in a very depressing situation at this country currently, and I can say this is very serious, and the government need to take this with utmost priority. This should be seen in the form of a national emergency from the aspect of this government, because it's very, very important. Because the issue of this ban gets a significant impact on the economy. When we talk about remittances, when we talk about educational and professional opportunities, we talk about tourism, business travel, we talk about domestic impact, even in Sierra Leone. So it's very, very essential for the government take this like a national emergency. You don't talk about people and waiting visa for expire. People who don't come on travel. Some of them decide to expire this month, next month, or the following month. So they're in complete dilemma. And when the visa expire, you already did the database within the system. Now they don't get what you think. They don't create an AI tracking based database. So if you don't come America, if visa for expire certain times, there is a signal, a system where they don't create where they for trace you wherever in America for later send you back. So it's very how dangerous. And for the past years, let me just look at me data, the amount of Sierra Leonean them within the last 2 years where they don't come inside the United States of America. Let me just show me data. Just about 3,741 Sierra Leonean in the last 2 years who don't travel. Right. You know, some of them wouldn't come through asylum, and some of them wouldn't come through visits. So imagine we get over 3,000 Sierra Leonean them. If the government not try for put structure in place, you know, facilitate some diplomatic structures, both home and abroad, this could be a national debacle, not only for the economy, but with social aspects also.
All right, finally, Dr. Tarawali, if the U.S. refuse for shift them position, Salon also for stand firm, even if this ban take long term?
No, I don't feel so. No, we don't need for stand firm. You know, we don't need for stand. We need for make sure say diplomacy. It's always possible. You know, it's about how you go about it. You know, Dija, this issue not was prolonged more than 1 month. The Salon government for take this as the number one priority. You know, then this for getting sleepless nights. Because it's just highlighted some of the issues, the impact. This need for getting sleepless night. I think most people misunderstand when I talk about the issue negotiating on the aspect of strength. Negotiation on the aspect of strength not mean say we need to go negotiate. Go for on our foot, go big. I think that is the point. But also we get to understand say America also gets an issue with Sierra Leone with regards to how we don't relate with China over the past years. And when it comes to America, when it comes to this nationalistic interest, they're so petty. You know, especially President Donald Trump at this era, he's so petty. So we get to look at all those aspects and try to make sure say we have for regularize some of the issues there. But trust me, Dija, this is serious, especially for Sierra Leonean here in the United States of America. It's really, really serious. And me personally, I don't volunteer myself to the government. You know, as a Sierra Leonean, I'm ready for offer me services in whatever capacity for help sure say we solve this issue, because as far as I'm concerned, this as a national emergency.
Thank you. We talk to Dr. Tarawali. That's na Dr. Alhaji K. Tarawali. We're currently based in the United States, and in one of the Sierra Leonean them we be adding voice to a piece where it been right yesterday as the conversation still they go on, especially na various social media platform them. Everybody they give in your opinion, and we know officially hear it from the foreign minister. We don't they try for reach out to them, but available yet for take media interview. But about 2 weeks ago, we've been fortunate for interview him on this same matter, but by then new proclamation they are not commit. Now be just the continuous partial ban will be there on Sierra Leone. So we've been talked to the Honorable Minister of Foreign Affairs, Alhaji Musa Timothy Kabala. I'll just take a quick clip from some of the things they will be tell Liberty TV.
And apply on journalist visa, and sport people they go, then they apply on sport visa, then they issue official visas.
That now because they give them exemption based on their profession, Mr. Minister.
Well, I'm sorry, not to be based on them. If journalists, if they get records, say journalists and they go to they come because they have the US get records on everybody where they go. I make mention this morning that when they even deal with a high profile situation, we normally will not for talk, but now we'll get to begin to call people out. A senior official we've been dealing at the Ministry of Labor, they invite them for go for investment forum. Now America in August, they go in okay again. Situation like this, not that the American government may not even know, because they apply with an official passport when they get a visa, they go, they not come. Now the US government comes say, look, there's a certain person who used an official passport, obtained visa for go for this particular conference, the person not come. So they pick on all of these as we try to remedy the situation. Every day, people in the make back we backpedal on the successes that they make. Let's speak to each one and other as citizens. Say, look, let we not abuse these privileges. Let we not abuse these privileges. We're working, and by God in power, I am very optimistic that this problem will be resolved.
16th of December, we don't place salon on permanent ban, travel ban for citizens. Then we don't they apply for different visa them. Well, the conversation they continue, like we say earlier, we go try for reach out to the minister again. From when we see the ban come out, we don't try for reach out to him, but not come yet for talk to the media regarding this. Although the government of Sierra Leone don't issue a statement yesterday, aside in the show commitment, say they're ready for work with the United States for ensure say then get this sorted. We talk to more people where don't they share their views them regarding this current situation and don't they profile solutions and when they think say the government of Sierra Leone for try for explore so that then go bring an end to all of this. Somebody will welcome down at the studio now Mulko Sulaiman Bangura, we na international development business development consultant and also na a 2020 Fulbright scholar. Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show.
Good morning, Mabel.
We don't talk to a series of Sierra Leoneans and this morning. We don't they talk about waiting and say things say go wrong, how we get here as a nation, and waiting and feel say the government of Sierra Leone for explore at this time for get the country out of because we hear from Dr. Tarawale Gisno, in the United States currently, and according to them, citizens them waiting at the United States, when are Sierra Leonean citizens where they right now, they are very worried. Most of them regarding in documentations, and they ask for government for put measures them in place quickly as possible for let the country go able for solve all of this. But let we just get your perspective first as a nation, how we reach here.
Thank you so much for the question. We reached now these points simply because we know treat the issue with the importance we deserve. For the longest of time, we relationship with the US been on the sink, and nobody caught it. Trump in first term, he touted this same ban, and he be the complaint. See, he want deport Sierra Leoneans them back to Sierra Leone, but the government's not be the show support. This was, way back, during the first time. And this is not only unique to this government because it started with governments not be don't treat this issue seriously, and then they see how the diplomatic relationships be don't be affected. And then Banwi, Trump come back in second term. His stance on immigration is very strong, and this is because of how now in political rhetoric, way they use for convince a MAGA base for vote for him. So number one, we are caught in between the US and domestic policy, and we are this pawn that we keep being right in the middle of Trump in fight and trying to convince the MAGA base say he's strong with the immigration policies. And number two, it's also the telltale sign say with diplomatic relations with the US is sinking. We are not doing enough for they're on the good side of Donald Trump in administration. The first ban was enough for show signs say, this is getting worse. Then give you 180 days, because usually when they ban you, they view the ban 180 days, right? Then give you 6 months. 6 months for deal with this issue. And for let we approach them with the seriousness it deserves. That 6 month elapse, just Tuesday night, the White House release say they didn't effect a full ban on we. Clearly nothing was done. Clearly we're not taking it seriously.
But according to the foreign minister, where we interviewed him about 2 weeks ago, I'll just play a clip for him. He said they are working, and him be hopeful by then say the issue will be resolved. So how come you say they not do enough?
So a good question, Khadija. If you keep doing the same thing over and over, you need to yield the fruit. Change strategy. So clearly, whatever strategy they used in the past, nobody work at all not. So for me, I think it's about time they change the strategy. Trump is not a diplomatic man. It goes beyond. He's not on my way. They should with you. You use diplomacy? No, Trump is a transactional man. not businessman. He approached issues transactionally. I think we have to look at it from that angle. And we all know it's no secret. He not gets very good relationship with African countries. Not to we no more. I mean, not a good relationship with South Africa, not a good relationship with most African countries. He doesn't care about African nations, and not care about what they go through. He only cares about what am I getting for my people back in the United States. I mean, which is fair. You will say fair. Everybody for look out for their own people. So where they go meet such people, you have to go with something, right? You have to go and negotiate with something. So the diplomacy way we don't use, the diplomatic route we don't use, it's not working. Somebody somehow has to reach out to this man in a different way, and you cannot go talk to him directly. He has zero respect. So go through the powerful people that were there around him, where he trusts so much. Let them people in the go, then soften the go on. Now the diplomacy they work. Let at least the minister or perhaps the president get a closed door meeting with this man. Have a sit down, have a conversation. But what do you want? What can we do for let we improve this diplomatic relationship, quote unquote, diplomatic relationship with the US? Because if we not do that one day, US is one of our strongest allies, whether you like it or not. We need them as much as they need we.
So earlier I asked the same question to the previous person who we talked to. Yourself just don't make mention say Trump na transactional person, salon need for giving something. And looking at the status of the country now, what do you think say exactly Sierra Leone as a country get for offer to Trump for let them even get audience with them as they propose now?
So we get rare earth minerals where Trump actually really want. So rare earth minerals, of course, it's called rare earth minerals, but it's just basically minerals. So these are minerals actually then they use in the AI race, and currently China is leading the AI race because China get access and gets naturally they're endowed with rare earth minerals, and now then no more gets the infrastructure and the technology for process and these rare earth minerals for their then continue. I mean that's why they lead the AI race, they lead the EV electronic vehicles race, they are leading in all these races, right? Trump realizes that the US is actually lagging behind, and he needs access to these rare earth minerals. That's why he summoned 6 African countries in the White House, I think in March or so, in Liberia, Gabon, and we just talk to them so that you will get access to these things. We get some. Sierra Leone get all 7, we get 70, we get even more, right? So I don't know. That's a starter for we. That's a way we can start. Say, okay, now we're going to give US companies access to these rare earth minerals. But again, we have to be very careful. We know when we go negotiate. The thing is, whether you like it or not, Sierra Leone will not get the upper hand when you negotiate with powerful countries like that. So we have to be mindful and not lose ourselves and lose everything we have.
Because that's what they want to ask. If they make a suggestion for let we care that's at the table. If we are as a nation, we for go negotiate with President Trump. Say you go talk about the natural resources where the country gets way for you, not in a way the US they look for themselves your economy. If we want for go give we birthright out there because we want we citizens them forget to stay now the United States. What in it go mean for a nation like Sierra Leone where even with all of them in the way we get, we still a struggle. Then we go open doors, say you can come in and take.
So we have to tread carefully. But we look at right now, we get more Chinese mining companies in Sierra Leone past US mining companies, and they're mining our minerals. You cannot take that away. The Kingo mining of this world, all this other mining that we didn't ask. Trump wants a situation where he's looking out for US-based companies can get access to these mining companies. So we can tell him, yes, you can have access, but negotiating the terms is where we have to be extremely careful. We have to make sure, when negotiating that terms, we benefit also. The benefit has to be mutual. In as much as he has access, we self also benefit directly from all of this. So we just have to be careful. We see how they do with the Ukraine and Russia. How they try to muzzle Ukraine for accept Russian terms. And one of Russia terms they say tell Ukraine let them give you all of Donbass. And even though yes, Russia they control the Donbass region of Ukraine, but they tell us we want Donbass. If not, we need a sign. And Ukraine not forget not for join NATO. They almost acquiesce to that NATO side. So that's how Trump negotiates. He negotiates from a position of power. So that's where we, for me, let's get his attention first. Right now, we're not getting attention at all. Not. We do not have his attention. And the effect, of all this really happens. So we get people, we get families in the US, right? Right now, they don't even know what's in they happen. They are confused. They can't come, and then the afraid say if they arrest them, they're going to be deported back. Some man papers still work on in papers. Some man can send money, because if you send right now, you send according to the get some laws. I can't remember the financial laws. And now if you send like up to $10,000, the FBI they basically you trigger an alarm, and the FBI they watch you.
What's going to be the first move? If they ask for, let's alone gets the US president attention, you say we not get the attention yet so far. What's going to be the first move? Because we have an embassy in the United States. Yeah. What's going to be the first move at this stage?
I mean, we get for court Trump in powerful allies around them. The Marco Rubios, the Christian we get people that we powerful Trump trusts. We get for court in France and Trump in France them. We did actually sit and listen to them. Then people and if we go through them, because I understand say the governments go through a lobbying firm, for go talk to Trump. I mean, something definitely did not work with that lobbying firm. We not get any strong lobbying committee right now. The US government we not get we not get that at all. In non-existence. That's something also we in the long term we can work on, having these small political action committees and having the sponsor lobbies for get Sierra Leonean interest. But for now, I think we need for cut the people already very close to Trump, we're powerful enough for getting ears, so that it will come to the table and have a sit down with we and see, like, let's ask him what do we want. Let's not forget the people the list all this, that list all this, the people that we get access, we not did at all. Then problem and we own problem no different. No. Maybe I not get waiting to come they ask me for so. Maybe I get a huge overstay, they not get central database for them, they don't get nothing like that.
But then
the screening poor.
Deportees them, and as some of the things this way the US they say Sierra Leone refuse for take their citizens them where they want for deport Canada. Although we not able to get yet the Minister of Foreign Affairs for address all of the issues there. So
a couple of things to that in there. We have been actually accepting deportees. About 40 deportees don't come when are Sierra Leoneans, right? So one side of the story is this: Trump is saying we not get proper screening system for screen whether these people are actual Sierra Leoneans. We not get database for prove these Sierra Leoneans. And number two, we get people that we get to passport where actually they are not citizens of this country, right? And so the government is saying, well, we'll not sabi the while, we don't know that in a while. Why would we accept them? So this has been going on. However, Trump is also saying accept people that we not to Sierra Leonean citizens. That is what he's doing. But look. Countries like Ghana did it. Countries like Eswatini did it. Countries like Rwanda did it. They say, okay, Trump, no problem. If you all accept Ghanaians, why all accept Colombians? Give it Colombians, but pay we. And they are being paid right now. They are accepting non-citizens of their country.
But the question now is now the right path than the Sierra Leone government for do them for just accept any kind deportee, even if not to their citizen.
It's a very strong question for us, and that's a question. It's a question where if me na the foreign minister, I go think twice for answer. But at this point in time, the greater objective is improving international relationship. At this point in time, it's actually helping Sierra Leoneans the way they under. Think about the Sierra Leoneans. We don't care about politics. Think about the layman way. It depends on that $100 way person is sent for an ISO. If you not get her, it is struggle. Think about the fact that if you say no to that, the effect where it will get on Sierra Leoneans and the Sierra Leonean community, both at home and abroad. So if you think about all those effects, you might say, I think that's a small price to pay. Okay, let's have these people. Donald Trump, if you want to take Colombians, if you want to take these people, help us screen them properly. Let's see if they don't get any felony charges. When they're in crime, we then commit. Or you can get terms and conditions. Say, okay, we don't want anybody who commits murder. We don't want anybody who get strong crime. Give me down there we get small charges, like down there we not pay taxes or whatever, and pay we for that. I am sure that's the starter.
But how they will get that conversation when you just say earlier, Sierra Leone no government not able to get the attention of President Trump yet.
So those are the things that we need for court the people and we're powerful with the near Trump with. Tell them, say, look, these people are ready to talk. And these are what they're willing to talk about. These are what they're willing to bring to the table to have these conversations. So the first thing is getting his attention. And then the second thing is bringing these terms and say, Trump, these are the things that when people are ready for, discuss. And let's have that conversation. Ghana was also in that list, in the temporal list. When they go there in September, when they go to UN General Assembly, the president had a sit down with Trump and allies. Now, a small corner, nobody know that story there. After that meeting, Trump lifts the ban. And now, they not only give them B1, B2 not to 3 years any longer, now 5 years. 5 years with them B1, B2, they get access, unlimited access to the US. So, we are not doing something right. And it's not working. Whatever it is, clearly, they're not doing anything in the past 180 days. Well, enough. They're not doing enough. So, these are the things that we need to do, I think, can lead me to a better situation with
Cool. Let's try for play the devil's advocate now. What if the Sierra Leone government say, I don't want to trade off the security of my citizens?
Yeah.
Because for you say Trump now, they pay country in Africa for accept deportee them, we're not to even they own them.
Yeah.
And another school of thought, they say then deportee are na hardcore criminals. And looking at the infrastructure na Salone, the Salone government no get the facility for keep them. So what if the Salone government they argue say, I don't want trade off the security of my citizens just for visa restriction, let they lift them.
It's a good place. It's a good place. We would expect the government actually for approach and from that angle. Now, make us say, now the terms that we would go with. We can listen. Once you don't get the person attention and you begin negotiate terms, you tell the person clean, I do not want hardcore criminals. Let's have a sit down. Let we agree. Fact. See, I don't want anybody we don't commit murder, anybody we in a gang, anybody we don't, we get multiple murder cases or somebody we don't want any people in there. So that's exactly outside the conversation going for come up from. The government's supposed for willing for, first of all, take on to that point. I mean, we look at Sierra Leone, people we get hardcore criminals, we get to passport. How did they get to passport? Clearly, now one can be posing the issue with passport in this country, the immigration. How did they get to passport? So, what are we protecting if those criminals they get to passport, they can't inside this country, they go out how they want, they do whatever they want, go out and go cause trouble, all in the device in the name say, oh, we are Sierra Leoneans, we get to passport from Sierra Leone. So they're not doing enough actually. So why just it's okay, let's start getting money from these people, but let we not take the worst of the worst. Let we take at least the one that we commit. I mean, small offenses. We can deal with that, Andy.
But what would you say to Sierra Leonean citizens we genuinely then at the US, but then don't overstay?
Yeah.
Then no say then supposed for come because the reason that we not say now one of the thing them with the US really strongly they against. You go, say your visa where you get perhaps now for 3 or 6 months or something at study visa, you don't, but you refuse for come. You say you just see greener pastures. What do you go say to them set of Sierra Leoneans?
It's bad. And these are the same people that way actually they make things difficult for you. But Sierra Leoneans, we get big problem, and the biggest problem we'll get is we just feel say we go America, for Kaigi, for return. Most people get this kind of mindset. So you will go America, for return. However, you get a whole set of Sierra Leoneans that we don't go America, don't go study, then don't return. You get people that we don't go, where they go work, then they return. My thing one of the biggest issues I get with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and the Minister of Information, now the fact say when they ban this country, they expect them for collaborate and partner with the Sierra Leone United States Alumni Association. This now an alumni association we get all Sierra Leoneans that we don't travel on whatever the programs, on exchange programs to the US. We don't return at this country. This is a proof of concept, say people go and they return. Now, I'll be expecting for draft a sensitization program. Say, okay, let's go to communities, schools, and educate people. Say, look, this is what you have to do when you go to a people country. Ensure you return back. First of all, study the different types of visas. Study how long these visas last for, the validity period. A lot of people, they go to America, actually, they don't understand how these visas work. They don't understand, say, if you wait and give visa now, where you gonna customs and border control, then can deny you entry into the country. They don't even know the validity of the visas and now not just I-94 they give you, we make it worse. So you actually need for go to the USCIS website, go verify you I-94 and see who stand the length of period where they give you, wait for come out of the country. But come out they don't even know the have for access then thing in there. So a lack of information is one of the key problems. And then also misinformation. People then just feel say when they can go there and can run away. They get sanctuary cities now at the US.
Sometimes they exchange programs then they again before then they left, then they get the brief. Then they go on, then talk to owner, let you know what you to go for, and then they expect you're supposed to come back.
Yeah.
So I disagree for say, you they go there, you don't know how the visa will then give you, how long it expire.
No, not for the
because when
exchange
they
visitors,
go, you know, say you for come back.
No, not for the exchange visitors anymore. F1, right? People when they go for go studying at the US on an F1 visa. There is no post arrival sessions for them. Because they're not independent, now they apply on their own, then get a visa on their own, and then go on their own. People where they go B1, B2 visas, right? Nobody they actually tell them, say, oh, this is the length we for stay. Even in the US, the way they go for getting a visa, there is no information for tell them. This is why you see that statistic, that number they increase. For where they go on exchange visitors, then they tell you that education really help you a lot. And for the fact that you're patriotic to your country, you don't want to go under and stay there and deny many other Sierra Leoneans the opportunity for return and for can contribute to national development. That information they are only for sets of people where they go on exchange visitors visas. We need for expander now to B1, B2, F1, F2. We expand now to O1, O2, all these other visa categories, and robust sensitization, because the misinformation around it is where you can go to America, go to Sanctuary City and go there. Nobody they gonna tell you. They know they go harass you, and which is Trump don't just don't care and show say no, I am going into sanctuary cities like New York, Philadelphia, New Jersey. I am going there. I'm using my eyes, people. If I catch you and you don't overstay, you are coming back home. That's exactly what Trump don't show you. So we are caught in between Trump in strong immigration policies and a robust and radical immigration approach to just for appease in MAGA base. But some people will also say, let's be careful, not just put a number for Trump. President Obama deported over 5 million immigrants. Over 5 million immigrants during in time. So immigration has always been a very sticky conversation for the US politics. Trump just don't amplify him, and he's radical about it. And we're on the wrong side of the whole conversation at this point, where I think it's not good for it diplomatically, because don't forget, America get friends. America, the US gets allies them as well. And if they don't do so, if America don't do so, who knows if England would decide to do the same thing? Or who knows if France say, okay, we're not Sierra Leoneans as well. And they can expand the net, and it will worsen the current economic situation, because it will affect the economy badly, through remittances. Over $80 million came into this country through remittances, in last in 2023 or so. If we can't lose that kind of money, that's a huge money coming out, injecting into our economy. We don't have to lose that kind of money. So the government, they really need to treat this thing with the utmost seriousness that it deserves.
Uncle, another angle of this whole conversation now, where people not seem for the talk about, now the status of Sierra Leonean them, we already did at the US. Some don't put in papers na immigration for seek asylum, some don't put in papers for renew work permit, some don't put in papers for renew driver's license. And as it is now, based on information I get yesterday, I talked to a farm will be owned by a Sierra Leonean, where they help Sierra Leonean them for regularize their status. They say as it is now, even if you go renew your paper, then they hold you from the Kaigona detention until them process your deportation papers. That's another conversation where people not even they talk about. The only topical conversation now the visa ban. And if the Ministry of Foreign Affairs then pulled a press release yesterday, although they not say much, nothing new, no they did. The only thing they then say then continue for negotiate. How then for approach that aspect, the protecting Sierra Leoneans, where they now at the United States, some been gets status, but now then they try for regularize and making.
So if you look at what's they happen at the US now, what's ICE they do, I haven't heard on the news say ICE don't capture any Spanish citizen and deport them. I haven't heard from anybody. I know you're not saying they capture a Japanese citizen or a Singaporean citizen or a British citizen and deport them, and then they did overstay with them. They did some of them. They didn't even get paper. What did that actually they tell you? They tell you say the diplomatic relationship with these people transcends beyond just diplomacy, right? In the long run, as Sierra Leoneans, that is I don't say, and I don't say I'm every platform where they. start taking ourselves very seriously. That's number one. Number two, let's have political action committees, right, in the US, in the diaspora, down with the United States. First of all, they need for really come together and then form these political action committees, have lobbyists, pay these lobbyists, and then let them go lobby around these committees and senators and congressmen, tell and say, look, we are Sierra Leoneans. These are what we really need for improve our Sierra Leoneans. And I need for take it seriously. Now, money, the US is a capitalist nation, right? Now, money they care about. They don't care about any other thing, just money. If every Sierra Leonean, we get over 34,000 Sierra Leoneans already within America. If all man after 2 weeks we them pay them again in $5, $10 contribution into a particular coffer, where they go towards lobbyists and political action committees, we present with case, we present to matter, say, dear, we protect Sierra Leoneans. Una protect we this ice team let no affect we. This if we Sierra Leonean they want for go for big loans, una give them. If Sierra Leoneans they want for own businesses, please una give them access. With students where they come, una increase the quota of Fulbright students, una increase the quota on Mandela Washington Fellows, una increase the quota on people where they come. I am telling you, the US will do it. This is what people like the Israelis and the Jews and don't figure out since 1951 when they set the APAC. Right? This is what people like the Italians they don't figure out. We didn't get in small pact in they figured out a long time ago because they realized say all the US care about it's just money, nothing else. That's what you story, that's what you saw now money they want. If you figure out a way for court these lobbyists and present your case and tell and say una secure we interest as Sierra Leoneans, they will do it. In the long run, Danny go actually get you to that position where you stayed so. Not in that affects we because we get countries that want to hear and say them bad. Look, Trump capture somebody, one student from Honduras, just I think last week Wednesday. The person they travel. Remember, right now, as the team ready to know was TSA, the TSA and the airline company, and they work directly with ICE. So if you have to travel from one state to another state, right, then they send you details directly to ICE. Say we get students now, we for blah 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 blah, and then I say check the database. If they find out, say you come up from any of these countries they're willing like, they're going to deport you. Just yesterday, a student from Honduras was deported. And this student apparently don't enter the US for maybe 7 years of age. And it benefits from Obama in DACA bill, right? So automatically she should be, they get the rights for Sidonde. Now you send them back on the US. You don't know the US to the US. Perhaps they are nothing. This is exactly what they talk. So if we start taking ourselves seriously, if we start working with the US government from that, the diaspora self then put themselves together, then it will help win Sierra Leone. I mean, I know say a lot of people they really not understand, how international politics they work, or not understand bilateral relationships. Then go ask the question, why would we go over and beyond for do all these things? Why would we do all these things there? So it is important that the wealthiest nation in the world, Sierra Leone, has to have strong, healthy relationships with that nation there, because we stand for benefits a lot as a country, as individuals. Because whether you like it or not, this country the benefits every single day from Sierra Leoneans living in the US, sending money out there, having businesses. Right now, people are not able for can start their business or for can continue their business. They're not going to be loose. They're not going to continue for do it in for can do. Some man plan for can marry in girlfriend now. And they can. We can see in family. You don't know how long this can for go for because everybody is on their P's and Q's. Some man can't even go walk. Because if they're afraid say if they go walk, eyes will catch on a road. So that money way they send, they send them. So it's a big, we are actually in for a very tough a couple of months. And this, first of all, we don't ban, get for continue for the next 6 months. We don't know. Because now we get the 80 days, 90 day review. So we don't know if they get for, we don't know how long that they get for take, or we don't know if they get for revisit them before 6 months. But now 6 months, right? So from now to June. And then Trump immigration policies get for continue because he wants to continue for peace in base. They want for continue for making people feel comfortable and feel safe. He is actually in support of what they do because they don't lost in base. I mean, the MAGA base with this thing happened recently, the Epstein files. It don't lost a lot of supporters with the Epstein issues. We look at he said they can solve, they can bring world peace. Able to solve the issue with Ukraine and Russia. He's saying that they go to war right now. He's threatening to attack Venezuela right now, as I'm telling you. So all of these, the people they not say affordability, people in insurance, they can't go up next year drastically. So they're not able to do it all they say they do. So the only thing it gets down for convincing this now on that day. So we are just caught in the crossfire.
So, Marco, when you look at how the arguments they go now, some critique go tell you say government they prioritize sovereignty over opportunities for young people. How you go balance national pride with individual opportunity?
That's a great question, and it's a good stance from a critic point of view. But when you look at right, we look at the trade-off. What alternative do we have if you say to protect national sovereignty? Okay, you're protecting your national sovereignty, but at the expense of the people. We do not have enough internally for support with people. Governments can't provide jobs for everybody. Governments cannot do everything it can. And also, let's not forget, the US is currently investing over $750 million. Now, this country, $420 million Nance Power project, right? Then a Kisidokiad, where they can build the first combined cycle power plant now within the sub-region, Ghana, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. Now they can get the first combined power plant where they run on gas. Right now, the construction is ongoing. Now, Kisidokiad, it's actually a loan with the DFC government. Now, the US government give that loan. Then give $150 million loan to Suma Group Airport for build that airport. This is a new airport, so. Then also, by next year, they increase what they call it. As I'm telling you, we can get the first LNG. So I don't become an LNG hub. LNG na liquefied natural gas. Where they can be a hub for the sell gas across the sub-region. It's actually coming from the US government. So we get a lot for lose if we not try to do something about. Imagine all the money there. So by next year, the money they go to $1 billion of investment in Sierra Leone. That's not talking about the $480 million MCC grant. This is a lot of money we will not for joke with. Some they come as grants, some they come as a loan from the US government. So it is incumbent on us for ensure, say, especially the government, for recognize, say, we don't have lost this relationship with the US. If we do, we stand for lose a lot. The government cannot provide jobs for everybody. So that's why they want investors and for come. Right? If then they come and then realize, say, oh, the ground not stable. Then they come, they realize, say, it's a murky water, it's a muddy waters for them. They will take their money and go. They're not afraid for come. And we don't need all of that attention at the moment. Because government, they really try for tell the world, say Sierra Leone is open for business. And we want to tell lenders, banks, loans, say Sierra Leone is stable enough. Rates increase. If any bank they loan me money now, if they loan me $1 million, if the interest rate is supposed to be 10%, they are going to increase it because of the risk factors to 40%. No investor, no the way we can say they can't put $1 million where the interest rate, they pay interest rates now 40%. And not possible. If they take your money, go Nigeria or go Ghana. Usai stability day. So the government really need for take this thing seriously. For if they waiting to and talk, say for they can't encourage investors in for come, they really need for take this thing very seriously. So I understand from the critics, according to your question, I understand from the critics' point of view. But what is at stake, what we stand for lose is too much. We cannot afford to lose all of that. And so government need for really step up and do everything they can for ensure say they amend this issue once and for all. That will not lose this flow of money. If Trump, just imagine, they allow all the money. DFC actually na DC the Department of Financial Corporation, that the US government get them. If they're willing for give that kind of money, Trump will actually give up on way too. It's a sign say he's still committed. He just wants something in turn because he knows he's giving us this $480 million MCC grant. He knows they're going to give us that money. But if I'm going to give these people all this money, what are they going to give in return? He's a transactional man. So he wants our attention. He wants something in return for his people. So if we figure that all out, you see all these moving parts, we bring them together, you will make sense of exactly what's going on and what we need for do for ensure say that money if that MCC money come, it will help even this Nance Power project, because Nance Power they can sort out all regeneration issues. 108 megawatt. That ain't half it on. But that particular generation day cannot take effect, cannot be effective if MCC money not there for sort out distribution. Then pull all need for changing pull all. Then we transform all need for change the all. We meet as need for so a lot has to be done, and that's what MCC grant they go for. So we need that money there.
All right. Finally, waiting at the practical step them we go recommend to both governments them for protect exchange academic exchange opportunities in as much as they try for address security concerns.
Yeah, I can always say this thing. I say, as a saying, I'm not the highest grade of weed in the dispensary, neither am I the strongest avenger. Me not so all-knowing, right? I give my recommendation based on my observations and, what's they go on around the country. Number one, I think the government, through the Ministry of Information, Minister of Foreign Affairs, they need to collaborate. One, let them engage in a mass sensitization. They need to demonstrate to the world and to the US. We have to, that they're serious about their concerns. Let's start educating people on, visa applications. Let's start educating people on visa validities. Let's start educating people on the importance of not overstaying, denying opportunities for other Sierra Leoneans. Number two, I think the Minister of Foreign Affairs, for changing approach, a negotiation approach, he has to start, he has to stop this diplomacy. It's not working. It's not a work at all. Now, we're not giving ambassador. The US not going to ambassador, we're not going ambassador. So we don't know that in US ambassador. So who do they actually go negotiate with? It's not working. Number three, I think they need for talk to the ambassadors in the United States and the UN attaches. I mean, Michael is a very strong man. If they reach out to them people in the then come up with a structure, then try to reach out to Trump and allies and strong people and party them, right? People in our government and tell them, say, we are willing and ready to have a sit down and have conversations. Then we might make headway. In the future, something the government really need for do. Now, the seriousness about these NIN numbers, they really need for treat this thing with seriousness. Every Sierra Leonean has to have an identity. We need for no other than Sierra Leonean, other not to Sierra Leonean. They need for put some strict measures for let people not get with passports where they not get complete data of. We not sabi them people in the, but then they get access to a passport. That's something they need for. It's good for our internal security. So all of these are basic steps, and these are low-hanging fruits. Actually, we can quickly do the thing there. So in a robust manner, and for see how best we can able to get Trump's attention, finally come to the table, have conversations, and resolve this thing once and for all. Or else we are doomed.
All right. Thank you. We join with Mulko and also Yusuf add your voice to the conversation. Well, we will continue for get them conversations there as the Salon government say then they try for negotiate with the relevant authority them and see go reverse this particular decision maybe in the next 6 months. We then go get a review process back. We go still try for reach out to the relevant authority them, especially the foreign ministry, for come and give update to the public who side and stand now waiting at the negotiations them where they go on and waiting them ready for giving us different perspective than this morning. We all my own view as to how the government for approach President Trump and government for see how they go strike a deal. Well, now they end this edition of the Breakfast Show. Many thanks to you. We don't tune in this morning to now all we don't send on our messages them, and also don't forget this now the festive season. We continue for say Merry Christmas and a happy 2026 to all we audience them out there. It's been an amazing year with Tuna from January and this is December. When I don't day with throughout with different programs and contents them where we produce for Nana Liberty TV. We want to say we're grateful for the support.
We meet again. Mabel Kabade say have a good day and continue for watch Liberty TV as throughout the day we get different contents them where we do up to Una for keeping us informed, entertained. Of course, gonna all the opportunity for get the breaking news as we get them. Goodbye.
At Farmos, freshness isn't just a promise, it's our way of life. From raw and smoked catfish to kanya peppers, beignet, rice and gari kanya and natai, from premium crayfish, ogiri and fufu, to smoked chicken, fresh eggs from the farm to the fridge, country chicken, and garden fresh vegetables. Try our habanero pepper, gari, hot pepper sauce, pure honey, and so much more. All locally produced, organically grown, harvested fresh every day, and hygienically processed. A fresher taste, healthier foods, stronger communities. Farmos, fresh from our farms to your home. Visit Farmos at 1 Fode Drive Hill Station, Freetown. Call +232 74 000044.
Term them like this, where politics they shape with future, career they define we path them, and the economy they touch everybody in life.
Big thank you to
One program where they ask the hard question them and seamlessly bring the answer them close to you, face to face with the movers and shakers. The voice them will matter, the issue them will count. One time per week, one big name, one big issue. One-on-one on Liberty Online TV. Every Friday, 8 to 9 p.m. with Khadija Bangura. One-on-one, only on Liberty Online TV.
Country like Salon also every decision they touch the life of plenty people. One program they bring the voice of the people to the heart of politics.
This na politics and the people. The program where they give the power to the people, explain the truth, and bring the leader them close to the citizen them.
Real discussion, real voice them, real impact. Join the debate and make them hear your voice.
Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Now you platform where they turn up for the true and civil engagement. Only on Liberty Online TV.
Let me talk about politics.
Let me talk about people.
Auntie Mommy. Yes. How you please get like so?
So back Kaiba don't do am.
Eh?
Me phone and they charge. Me also always get light. Me picking and able for study. Me na super Kaiba.
You dey enjoy.
I for enjoy.
Yes, so plenty summer Kaiba don boss. Oridoku Nado, the mega campaign all over the country. We dey turn all man to summer Kaiba. Don't die and star 500 ash for activate the summer Kaiba offer and turn Boku or die and ash 144 ash or use Maxit for pay with orange money anytime, any side and stand chance for win. Summer price them every week like solar kit them. Okada generator and every month one person will win keke or when they give you the power for build your life, support your family and better your community. You self can live this summer Kaiba life.
Orange.
Building tomorrow today with Right Move. Looking for quality, reliability, and innovation in your next big build? Choose Right Move Engineering and Construction, Sierra Leone's trusted name in transforming ideas into enduring structures. We don't just build projects, we craft landmarks that stand the test of time. From state-of-the-art offices and modern homes to fuel stations, water systems, and infrastructure, our team delivers precision, passion, and perfection. At Right Move, we are not following industry standards, we are setting them. Through cutting-edge technology, uncompromising safety, and sustainable solutions, we are building a brighter, stronger, and safer Sierra Leone. Visit us at 54 Campbell Street, Freetown, or call 078399475 or 077504338. Right Move Engineering and Construction. Building quality, building trust, building the future.
You are watching Liberty Breakfast Show on Liberty Online TV.